Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Another Tuesday night, and we are going to be playing some old school Magic. So let's take a look at today's deck, shall we? Okay, so today's deck is called Spice Rack, named after the rack. That is the main focus of the deck. Use the rack. They take damage from that and from Stormworld. Stormworld is a world enchantment. If any player has less than 4 cards in their hand at the beginning of their upkeep, then they take damage equal to the number fewer than 4. So it's a little bit like the rack. It affects both players. Being a world enchantment is important because of the fact that it can help get rid of the Abyss because of the world enchantment rule. Alright, and then we've got the nice discard package of Hymn to Torok, Hypnotic Spectre, and Disrupting Scepter. So, yeah, this is the deck. These are the cards. We should be starting here in just a moment. Pairing should be going up anytime now. So, again, thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate it. It is a wonderful Tuesday evening here in Syracuse, New York. Hold on one moment, and we will see if we can get our first pairing going.
New pairing received.
Hey, how's it going? Hello?
Um,
Can you hear me?
yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah?
Sorry, I just had to mute the Discord.
I'm sorry, what?
I just had to mute the Discord.
Oh, okay.
So, what's up, man?
Not much.
Oh, we gotta go to table 6.
It doesn't matter. We don't have to go there.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
Now, so they say to go to that table so we can meet up. I sent you the message real quick on there because I'm streaming, so I can't go into another voice chat and be on the stream at the same time. So that's all.
Okay.
Sorry about that. How are things with you, sir?
Not too bad.
Yeah. Where are you from?
This evening at New York, you?
Oh, we're in New York. I'm in Syracuse.
Oh, I'm on Long Island.
Oh, okay. You want to call even or odd?
I'll call odds.
It is a 1. It is odd. All right. Good luck, sir.
Guess I'll try it. Yeah. I'll keep.
Yeah, I'll keep as well.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm going to play.
Hold your hand back a little bit.
Oops, sorry.
No, that's fine.
I'll play Mistress Factory.
Okay.
I'm going to play a Lotus.
All right.
Pearl.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tap. I'm going to crack the Lotus for black.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tap Factory. And I'll play Drew's Engine.
Okay.
And I'll pass my turn.
All right. Draw for turn. How many cards are in your hand?
3.
3. Okay. I will play a swamp, a jet, a ruby, and 2 copies of the rack.
So that's if I go into 3, right?
Hmm?
That's if I go into 3?
Your opponent has fewer than 3 cards. Yep.
I'll,
Yeah, go ahead.
Untap, not affected. I'll lose 1 from Jin.
Sure.
And I'll draw. I'll play Plains.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll swing 5.
Okay. 15.
And I'll pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Underground Sea. Hypnotic Spectre. Go ahead.
Untap.
You have 3 cards?
This one? Yep, 3.
Okay. So you got,
Draw.
yep.
I'll tap 2. Play Chaos Orb.
Sure.
I'll flip the orb on Spectre.
Okay. Okay, so nothing.
Swing 5.
10.
And I'll pass.
Cards in hand.
3.
Draw. City of Brass. Tag it for 2.
Take 2.
Discard a card at random.
Let's see.
Go.
1, 2, 3.
I'll go right with the one in the middle.
Underworld Dream.
Sure. And then I will cast Order of the Ebon Hand.
Sure.
You can go.
Tap, lose 1.
You take 1 from each of my racks.
Oh, yep.
Brings you down to 15.
No.
That's the 3rd time you've taken damage from your Juzam, and you take 1 damage from each of my racks. That makes 5. Oh, and then 2 more. 13.
Yeah, 13.
13. Yep. Sorry.
No, you're good. Draw. I'm gonna animate factory.
Sure.
I'll swing 7.
I'll block the factory with my order.
Sure.
And then I'll give it first strike. And I'll take 5. I'm down to 5.
Sure. And I'll pass.
Okay, how many cards?
3.
3 cards. Okay. I'll fly over for 2.
So 2.
Put you at 11.
Mm-hmm.
And discard a card at random. The one on your right.
This one is on my right.
Yep. Send your vampire. Okay. And you can go.
Tap. And
So you take 3 again.
yep.
Put you at 8.
Mm-hmm. And I'll draw. Swing 5.
I'll block with the order.
Sure.
I'll give it first strike.
Sure.
Like to go to damage, first strike damage, if you're okay with that.
Sure.
All right. After first strike damage has been dealt, I'm going to bolt your Juzam.
Sure.
All right.
And that'll be it. Pass.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 4. Brings you down to 4.
Mm-hmm.
You have how many cards?
3.
Side blast you.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Yep. Throwing my cards while I'm shuffling. I assume you're playing first?
Yeah. I'll play first.
Good luck.
You too.
Thank you.
I'll keep.
I'm going to mulligan. This is better. I'll keep. Go ahead.
Sure. Okay. Play Underground Sea. Lotus Sapphire. I'll crack the Lotus. Hypnotic Spectre.
Sure.
And I'll pass my turn.
Draw. Badlands. Go ahead.
Draw. Play a Swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Swing 2.
Bolt a hippie.
Tap 3.
Mm-hmm.
Hippie. Pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw. City Brass. Go ahead.
Tap 1 for Soul Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Swing Hippie.
Okay. 18.
How many cards in hand?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
4.
Hypnotic Spectre.
Good hit. I'll tap 4. Use them.
Sure.
Pass.
Draw. Badlands. I'm going to take a point, and I'm going to fireball your hippie for 2. So I'm at 17.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Tap, lose 1.
Yep.
Draw. Swing 5.
Okay. 12.
And I'll pass.
Cards in hand?
2.
Okay. Draw. Scrubland. Soul Ring. Sedge Troll.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Tap, lose 1.
Yep.
Draw. I'm going to tap 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play Time Walk.
Okay.
I'll swing 5.
Block. Regenerate.
Sure. I'll go to my next turn.
Sure.
Tap.
Take a point.
Draw. Swing 5.
Yep, I'm at 7.
And I'll pass.
You said you'll pass?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Cards in hand?
3.
3. Okay. Granite Gargoyle.
Okay.
And the rack.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Tap, lose 1.
Yep, 16.
I'll pass.
Okay. Untap. You have 4 cards now?
4.
Yep. Okay. Draw. Go ahead.
Tap, lose 1.
Yep.
Draw. Play swamp.
Sure.
Tap 3.
Mm-hmm.
Underworld Dreams.
Okay.
And I'll pass.
Okay. I'll draw for one. Return. Trigger. Down to 6. I'll attack for 2 in the air. Go ahead.
Tap lose 1. Draw. I'll pass.
Untap. Draw for turn. Trigger. Go down to 5. Fly 2 in the air.
Take 2.
Puts you at 11. Oh, 10? Did I miss one?
Yeah, no, 11. No, 10.
10. Okay. And then I'll cast Order of the Ebon Hand. And you can go.
Sure. I'll lose 1.
Put you at 9.
Mm-hmm. Draw. Play Scrubland.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pass. I'll pass.
You'll pass. Okay. Untap. Draw. Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
How many cards are in your hand?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. I'll fly for 2.
I'll take 2.
Put you at 7.
Mm-hmm.
And I will pass.
Tap lose 1.
Go to 6 on your upkeep.
I'll pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Trigger. Go down to 3. And how many cards do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Fly at you for 2.
I'm gonna swords it.
Okay, I'll go up to 5. And you have how many cards now?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Himu?
Sure. I choose?
No, it's 2 at random.
Oh, random.
The 2 on the end, one on either end.
Underground Sea, Dark Ritual.
Okay. Storm World.
What does that do?
At the beginning of each player's upkeep, they take damage for each card less than 4.
Okay.
So you currently have 2, which would mean you would take 2 from that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Alright. Untap.
So I've got 2 triggers and you've got 1 trigger.
Alright. I'm going to play Divine Offering targeting the rack.
Okay, so you gain 1 going up to 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rack resolves. You have 1 card in hand?
Yes.
Alright, so you'll take 2 from the rack. You'll take 3 from the Storm World. And you'll take 1 from your Juzon.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll take 6 altogether, bringing you down to 1.
Yep.
Okay, continue with your turn.
Let's have blue and Soul Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Time Twister.
You have how many cards in hand?
1.
Alright, I'm going to Side Blast you in response for the win. I'm at 4.
Yep.
Just need to make sure you didn't have double blue. Wasn't sure if you were running any counter spells. Thank you for the games.
Yeah, no problem, man. It's been fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'll catch you later.
Yeah, take it easy. Thank you. Well, chat, that was a quick one. It was pretty close. Not a huge fan of those close ones, but sometimes that's how it goes. And sometimes you're on the plus side, and sometimes you're on the minus side. So, but we did it. We are on the board. We are in the scoring column, and we got a win. So, the only card that I sideboarded in against him was 1 copy of City and Bottle. When I mulliganed, I put my Chaos Orb down on the bottom, not expecting to draw as many lands as I did, because I kept 3 lands. I boarded out I boarded in the City in a Bottle, and I boarded out the Recall. And the reason being is that I was not expecting the game to go very late, so Recall would probably not end up being any good when there's no late game, since it's definitely a late game card. So it ended up working out. It was pretty close, and that's it's always good when you can pull the win out of those close ones. The reason he cast Time Twister was to get out of the rack, which would actually helped me in the long run. But I had the Side Blast in my hand, so if he counters my Side Blast there, I still get 7 cards. And lived. I die. Excuse me. I draw 7 cards, but then I die to the Underworld Dreams. So if you joined the stream on Saturday, I was playing with Underworld Dreams, and I was playing with the draw 7s. So yeah, that was definitely a strategy I was familiar with, and I'm definitely glad that I did not lose to it. Underworld Dreams is kind of a pain. So is early Juzon Gyms and Hypnotic Specters, but we pulled through. Some really, really close games, which is good. You want to win the close ones, and that's what we got. So I'm going to report our match, and I will be back. Thank you all. Let's go over the deck again, all right? Because I didn't really get to go over it much. All right, so here's the deck. Okay, it's called Spice Rack. It's it's the rack deck. So they take damage if they have fewer than 3 cards with the rack, and then Stormworld is a world enchantment that at the beginning of each player's upkeep they take damage for each card fewer than 4 that they have. So combined with them, they basically have 5 copies of the rack in my deck. Yes, Stormworld will affect me, but you can see that I played it at the right juncture and did it the right way, so that I did not end up receiving any damage from it. All right, we've got the regular suite of discard spells for Old School Magic with Hymn to Torok and Hypnotic Spectre and Disrupting Scepter. Hymn to Torok is 2 mana to make the target player discard 2 cards at random. Hypnotic Spectre is a 3 mana 2/2 flyer, and when it deals damage to them, when it deals damage to a player, they discard a card at random. But then Disrupting Scepter is a 3 mana artifact that I can only activate on my turn, but I can I pay 3 to make my target player discard a card. So I did not get the Scepter rolling, but it's all right. I mean, it's only one of in the deck, so it's not like it's going to come up all that often. We'll talk about the sideboard a little bit. You can see the whole deck is on the screen. I'm playing black, so Gloom is a thing to help against white. Now, the reason that I didn't bring Gloom in that matchup is because of the fact that he's not playing White Weenie. He's playing a base black deck. So by playing base black, I did not want to attack his secondary spells, because it didn't really make much sense to attack the secondary spells in his deck. So by not overthinking it and only sideboarding in the City in a Bottle, I think we did good. We didn't see a whole heck of a lot from him game 1, but we did see that he was playing some white and some blue game 1. But I wasn't quite sure if the blue was for power or if it was for anything else. It really, my only concern with blue, honestly, is like counter spells. In his deck, because of the fact that he had Underworld Dreams, Time Twister is a thing. But you see, I've got 3 Shatters in the sideboard to complement the 2 main deck disenchants. Just in case artifacts are an issue, I wanted to be prepared. A couple of Blue Blasts to deal with red spells. City in a Bottle, for those not familiar with Old School Magic or with City in a Bottle, is 2 mana artifact from Arabian Nights. When it enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices all permanents they control that were originally printed in the Arabian Nights expansion. So that would have conked out his Juzon pretty quick. But another thing too is that while City in a Bottle is on the table, nobody can play or cast cards that were originally printed in Arabian Nights. So that would mean you couldn't play a City of Brass as a land for a turn, and you can't play the Djinns So, got 3 red elemental blasts, 2 underworld dreams. Underworld Dreams, the opponent takes a point of damage for each card they draw. Again, that's the card I ran on Saturday, and my opponent was just playing. 1 Earthquake. If there are some weenie decks out there, it might cause issues. So I have the 1 Earthquake in the sideboard, just in case the 4 Lightning Bolts and the Fireball in the main deck aren't enough. And then 2 copies of Terror. Copies of Terror complement the Psionic Blasts that are in the main deck, because Terror can hit pretty much anything in the format other than Juzoms and Hippies. So destroy target non-black creature and it can't be regenerated. So down in the main deck, in the middle, you'll see, and I had it on the battlefield that game, was 1 copy of Granite Gargoyle. It's a 2/2 flyer for 3, a red and 2, and then for 1 red it can pump its toughness by 1. I wanted an additional flyer. There isn't really anything really cool in black. You see I've got the 2 Pump Knights and I've got 3 Sedge Trolls to complement my 4 Hypnotic Specters. So that another 3-drop flyer I think is the right thing. We'll see what happens throughout the day. It might not be the right thing. It could end up being great. We'll see what happens. I had tinkered around with this deck all day today. I ended up with the 2 Disenchants and 1 Balance. People probably aren't going to expect the Disenchants out of the deck or the Balance. I wanted the card draw of Brain Geyser and I wanted the recursion of Recall. You see I don't have the draw 7s even though I'm playing both of those colors, because of the fact that I'm playing a rack deck. I don't want my opponent having cards in their hand, because what's the point of me making them get down to below 3 cards and then letting them draw 7? So it seemed kind of counterproductive. So you see my mana base is 4 Underground Seas, a Volcanic Island, 4 Badlands, 1 Plateau, 2 Scrublands, 1 Mishra's Factory, 1 Maze of Ith, and 3 Cities of Brass. Now, for those of you who have been following me, you may have picked up on this if you've been watching the previous streams, but you'll see that I have changed up my Lonely's Mishra's Factory each week. So this is the 4th week that I have streamed. So this is the 4th week that I have played a different Mishra's Factory. I'm down to the Fall Mishra's Factory. Since it is restricted and I have one of each picture, I figured what the heck, I would go with 1 and then switch it out each day. Each time that I play in one of these Tuesday night tournaments. While the deck worked really well that time, I'm not sure if I'm not comfortable with going down on that low of life. That's my big thing. So I like playing white because of the fact that I have things like Divine Offering and Spirit Link. Spirit Link, you put on a creature, put it on your own creature, you gain life every time it deals damage. Put it on their creature, and it gains life when they deal damage, so it basically nullifies an attack. And if you put it on something like a Serendipity Freet or a Juzam Gem that deals a point to them during their upkeep, that means that you're gaining a point each on each one of their turns. So, it's just one of those things. I don't like it when my life total dips so low. And I don't have any way to recuperate it. But playing this deck, there aren't really any really good cards to play that would help. So I decided just to go as it is. And that's what happened with me last week too. Some of the games that I lost with that deck that I was playing last week was because of the fact that I didn't have any life gain. And then over the weekend on Saturday for the charity stream, for the Havenwood battle, I had some issues where my life total got pretty low, and the one match where I drew all 3 of my Cities of Brass and had to draw on any other land, I ended up winning that game. But because of the fact that I had the Cities of Brass at the end of the game and kept on taking damage, and I couldn't Demonic Tutor for the card that I needed in Game 3 to win, I couldn't, if for an instant it wouldn't have been an issue. But because of the fact that I wasn't able to do that, it happens. But that's part of Magic. Variance is a thing. Sometimes you draw 3 copies of your Cities of Brass when you only have 3. Rarely ever do I run 4 Cities of Brass, and that is exactly why. Now, I don't mind running extra copies of Cities of Brass if I'm playing whites, because of the fact that I have a way to compensate. If I'm playing some kind of control build where I have Ivory Tower so I can gain life during my upkeep, don't have a problem with running 4 Cities of Brass. But yeah. All right, so we are going to take a break. I'm going to report. Again, one last shot of today's deck, and we will be back soon. Thanks a lot. Take care. Stick around. Well, it looks like there's just one final match going at the timing of the round, so or pretty darn close to the timing of the round. So we shouldn't be waiting around all that much longer. But so everybody knows, this is the deck that I'm running today. It's called Spice Rack. It is a rack deck. Uses cards like the Rack and Stormworld. The Rack, at the beginning of the opponent's upkeep, they take a damage for each card fewer than 3. And Stormworld is a world enchantment. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, they take a damage for each card they have fewer than 4. So it's basically like having 5 copies of the Rack in the deck as opposed to just 4. Stormworld also has the added benefit of being a world enchantment, and due to the world rule, 2 world enchantments can't be on the battlefield at the same time, so the last one that comes in makes it so that the other one goes away. So it's really good to get rid of things like the Abyss or even Nether Void from here. It happens from time to time, the Nether Void's on the table. The discard package is pretty standard. I've got 4 copies of Hymn to Torok, 4 copies of Hypnotic Spectre, and I have 1 Disrupting Scepter. Hymn to Torok, 2 mana sorcery to make target player discard 2 cards at random. Hypnotic Spectre, 3 mana, 2/2 flying creature. Whenever it hits them, they discard a card at random. And then Disrupting Scepter is a 3 mana artifact. For 3 mana, I can tap it to make them discard a card, but I can only activate it during my turn. But that's not so bad. I've only got the 1 Scepter. But it's really good against like control decks. It would have been pretty decent against the deck that I was just playing against, because he was holding on to 4 cards pretty consistently, 3 or 4 cards. It might have helped a little bit, but we did okay. So main deck is, if in case you don't recognize all the cards, Time Walk, Brain Geyser, Recall, Ancestral Recall, 2 Psionic Blasts, Demonic Tutor, 4 copies of Hymn to Torok, 1 Disrupting Scepter, 4 Hypnotic Specters, 2 Orders of the Ebon Hand, 4 copies of the Rack, 2 copies of Disenchant, 1 Granite Gargoyle, 1 Fireball, 1 Stormworld, a Soul Ring, a Chaos Orb, a Balance, 3 Sedge Trolls, 4 Lightning Bolts, a Lotus, the 4 relevant Moxen. I didn't play the green Mox, 1 Swamp, 3 Cities of Brass, 1 Maze of Ith, 1 Mistress Factory, 2 Scrublands, 4 of each of Underground Sea and Badlands, then 1 of each of Plateau and Volcanic Island. Up in the sideboard, I've got 2 copies of Gloom, 3 mana black enchantments. All white spells cost 3 more, and all white enchantments cost 3 more to activate. So it stops those pesky circles of protection. 3 copies of Shatter to deal with artifacts. 2 Blue Blasts. 1 copy of City in a Bottle. The only card that I sideboarded in Game 1 was the City in a Bottle. When it enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices all Arabian Nights cards. Anything that was originally printed in Arabian Nights. And then while City in a Bottle is on the battlefield, no one can play or cast Arabian Nights cards. So that means you can't play an Arabian Nights land, and you can't cast Arabian Nights spells. 2 copies of Red Elemental Blast, 2 copies of Underworld Dreams, 1 copy of Earthquake, and 2 copies of Terror. So the deck's pretty solid. We had a good first match. Like I said before, that sometimes if you're not playing white, the game's going to get pretty close, which is rather interesting. You get your heart pounding when your life gets so low. Both games, my life got down into the low single digits, but I was able to pull them out. Game 1 and Game 2, both I ended up with, when my opponent was dead, I was less than 5 life. I cast the Psy Blast on both turns, both games for the win. To deal enough damage to kill them, bringing me down to a very, very low life total. But that's okay. A win's a win, regardless of how close it is. Sometimes it just gets a little bit stressful. The pairing is now up. So I am going to message my opponent, and let's see if we can get this show on the road. All right, I have just sent him a message, so should be joining here in just a moment. Again, thank you everybody for joining the stream tonight. I appreciate it. Another night of old school Magic. I was wondering if you could possibly run Drain Life for life gain in your deck, but I honestly don't know enough about the format to know what to replace. The problem with Drain Life is while I do have a lot of black, the black mana requirement might not be an issue in this. So it is definitely something I should kick around maybe for something like this, because those 2 games were pretty tight. So a Drain Life would have made things a little bit less tight, obviously. But Fireball to the face, it basically is doing the same thing. I'm just not gaining a life. And it's 1 mana cheaper, and I can use as much colorless mana as I want. So also, you guys may notice that no alcohol tonight. I haven't been feeling well today. So I've been going with iced tea and ginger ale. So sorry to disappoint. For those of you who were hoping that I was going to get intoxicated again during the stream, doesn't mean that I'm not going to next week, but not so much today. No dark rituals. All right, I had dark rituals in there, but here's the problem: dark ritual is a terrible top deck late game. They're only really good in the beginning of the game, or if I was running something like the 2 draw 7s, then the dark rituals would be fine, because dark rituals in those hands aren't bad. Yes, dark ritual can be okay with the brain geyser, or technically I guess it's okay with recall, but again, recall is already technically card disadvantage, so I'm not sure why my opponent has not yet joined. So let's see what's going on. I'm going to message him again in a different way. And see if he can he'll join the game. But yeah, anyway, Dark Ritual's a bad top deck, and you know, games are tight enough as it is. So, oh, here he comes. Hello.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good. Something's up with my camera here.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
What's going on?
There we go. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you saw. I messaged you on MTG Melee, but that's fine. I'm streaming, so I can't go into the voice chats that they have set aside for us.
Oh, okay.
So that's all.
No worries.
So how are you, Mike?
Good. How about you?
Not bad. I don't think we've met or played before.
Yeah, this is my first Tuesday night gauntlet.
Oh, okay. Where are you from?
I'm out in Illinois, about 2 hours outside Chicago.
Oh, okay. I'm in Syracuse, New York.
How about you? Nice.
Yep. So, we've got a handful of people watching us on Twitch, so let's hope for some good games.
Cool.
I mean, I'd hope for some good games even if we weren't on Twitch, but...
Yeah.
No. Would you like to call even or odd?
I'll take odd.
Okay. And it is a 5, so it is odd.
Cool. I'll be on the play.
Alrighty. Good luck, sir.
You too.
Thank you.
Round timer started.
Cool.
Let's see here. I think I got well, no, I'll keep it.
I'll keep this one.
Alright, I will go Savannah and Soul Ring.
Okay. Alright, I will draw. I will go Underground Sea.
Cool.
Pearl, Sapphire. And I will say go.
Alright. I'm gonna go Savannah, float a colorless. I'll disenchant the Sapphire.
Okay.
And I'm gonna disenchant the Pearl too.
Oh, wow. That was awfully nice
I'll
of you.
pass.
How many cards do you have now?
I've got 3.
3. Okay. Draw for turn. Okay. Play another C. Cast him to Torok.
Ooh. That's gonna hurt. You wanna roll for the one that I keep?
Sure. Okay.
We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sure. Sounds good. 5. So that's the one you keep.
This one. Yeah.
What do we get? Curd Ape and Mountain. Okay. Seems good. All right, and I will pass the turn.
Alright, draw. I'll go City, take a damage, and play an 8.
Okay.
And I'll pass.
So you have no cards?
Nothing.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I will play a city. I will take a point, go down to 19.
Yep.
And I will bolt your ape.
Ooh.
Doing it when you have no cards in
got
hand.
it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Draw, play a forest, and pass.
Okay, untap. Draw. Mishra's Factory. I'll take another point. Sedge Troll.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Go ahead.
Alright, I'll draw. I'll pass it back.
Alright. Untap. Draw. Him you?
Response, I will take a damage, and I'll bolt you.
Okay, I'm at 15.
Can't quite get that troll, so let's send it to face.
Sure. Alright, I will take a point, go down to 14 to activate, and then I'll swing for 5.
Yep. I'll be at 13.
Alright, go ahead.
Draw. That's something. Argothian Pixies.
Sure.
And I'll pass.
Alrighty.
Stops factory at least.
It does stop factory. Draw. I'll attack for 3.
Yep, I'll be at 10.
Okay. Hypnotic Spectre. Go ahead.
Draw. That is interesting. You can still regenerate your hippie, so let's go
Yeah.
regrowth. I'll target the bolt.
Sure.
Alright, I'll get back bolt and take a damage down to 9. I'll zap your specter
Sure.
and I'll pass.
Alrighty. Untap. Draw. Land. No cards, right?
Nothing.
Okay. Swing 3.
Alright, I'll be at 6.
And then I will take a point. I'll go down to 13 for a Granite Gargoyle.
Ooh.
And go ahead.
I'm gonna have to draw something pretty spectacular here. I guess I should do this now. I will sword the troll.
Okay. I will gain 3. I'll go up to 16.
Alright, go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Fly over for 2.
Yep, I'll be at 4.
Fireball for 4.
Ooh, yep, you got it. Nice. That was a quick start.
Well, you had a better start than I did.
Yeah, the double disenchant was pretty good, but
Not good enough.
Yeah, the
Got you down to no,
Torok really
pretty
got
much
me.
no cards, and then that hand to Torok was pretty good.
Let's see here.
Update the stream. Alright, so those in chat who aren't familiar with Argothian Pixies, all damage dealt to the Pixies by artifact sources is reduced to 0. So there's no point in attacking with Mishra's Factory because it doesn't kill it. It doesn't trade or anything like that. So
It's pretty good. I'm liking it a little bit less in specifically our rule set because factory's restricted, but
yeah.
still gets in for damage.
Mm-hmm.
I always always know what sideboard cards I want to put in, but not what I want to take out.
Yeah, it's always hard taking some stuff out, isn't it? Yeah, Argothian Pixies. It's a 2/1 for 2 from Antiquities. It's a green in 1. It's a 2/1. Like I said, all damage from artifact sources is reduced to 0. So.
Yep. Also can't be blocked by artifact creatures, which sometimes matters.
Yeah.
I might try the 2/1 first striking elf instead for this format. Elvish something.
Yeah, Elvish Archers. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the first strike might be a little bit more beneficial
Mm-hmm.
than the artifact thing. Alright, I'll be on the plate for this one. Yeah, this hand's good.
I'm still sideboarding, so give me a moment.
I'm liking the Granite Gargoyle as a flying beater.
Yeah, it was.
Do that a lot.
Yeah, I just I wanted more than just hippies as flyers, but I didn't want anything super huge. You know, and I'm not a huge fan of Dragon Whelp because, dies to lightning bolts. For 4 mana. I mean, obviously hippie does too, and so does Granite Gargoyle if you don't have the red. But still, it's just a little bit more efficient. So. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I'll keep this.
Alright, I will lead with a mountain and that Soul Ring again.
Okay, sounds good. Alright, I will draw.
See if I can do something with it this time.
Yeah. Underground Sea. And I will pass the turn.
Okay. I'll go for a plateau, and I'll Stone Rain the Sea.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Draw. How many cards do you have?
I've got 4.
4. Underground Sea. Go ahead.
I'll go Savannah, and we'll
All
go
the
1,
colors.
2, 3, 4 for an Urnamjin,
Okay.
and I'll pass back. I've got 3 in hand now.
Okay. Draw. Mox Pearl. Balance.
Ooh.
I've got 1 land, so and then I will have to discard
How
3.
many cards do you have?
I have 6, so I'll have to discard 3.
Okay. I will pitch these 2.
Okay, so City of Brass, Plateau, and Underground Sea.
Cool.
And you can go.
Draw. I'll go Mountain and another Ernie,
Okay.
and I'll pass.
We're on tap. Draw. And you have how many cards now?
2.
Okay. I will him you.
Oh. Yep, you got a Bolt and a Regrowth.
Oh, getting that regrowth is good. Go ahead.
Yeah, that hurts.
Go ahead.
Cool. get in for 4.
Sure. 16.
And I'll pass.
Untap. Draw. City Brass. Order of the Ebon Hand.
Nice.
Go ahead. I now have a forest walking order. Yep.
Yeah, forest walk. Plains swing for 4.
Okay, I'll go down to 12.
Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Swing 2.
Yep. I'll take 2 down to 18.
Okay. I'll take a point on 11. Sedstrel.
Nice.
Go ahead.
End of turn,
Sword.
I'll sword the troll.
Yep. 14.
Okay. Your guy will get forest walk.
Yep.
And I'll draw. We'll play forest and swing for 4.
10.
Go ahead.
Alright, untap.
And I am empty-handed.
Okay. Draw. 2, 3. Attack you for 3.
Yep. 2, 3 down to 15.
Go ahead.
Okay. Forest walk on your guy.
Yep.
I'll play a city and swing for 4.
Okay, I'm at 6.
Go ahead.
Draw. That's a good one. I'll ancestral myself.
Ooh, that is a good one.
1, 2, 3. I'll play a factory as my lane for turn. I'll attack for 2.
Yep. I'll go to 13.
I'll go down to 5. Sedstrel.
Yep, you got it.
Go ahead.
Okay, I will give the... That's actually tough. I'll give the Sedge Troll force walk
Okay.
and draw. Combat.
Yeah.
Swing for 4.
Block. Regenerate.
Okay. Then second main, I'll play a Circle Protection Red.
Sure.
And I'll pass.
Untap. Draw. I'll activate my factory.
Mm-hmm.
And I will attack for 5.
Yep, I'll go to 8.
And you can go.
Okay, I'll give the Troll Forest Walk.
Sure.
Plateau, and I'll pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw. You have no cards, right?
Nothing.
Soul Ring.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Alright, Troll gets Forest Walk.
Yep.
I'll play a Savannah Lion
Okay.
and pass it back.
Draw. No cards, right?
Yep, still nothing.
Attack with the order.
Okay, so you have enough to double pump, right?
Correct.
Oh, you have enough to... yeah, you can double pump. So remind me, he's a 2/1 that
He's
can
a 2/1.
block.
He's a 2/1. For 2 black mana, he gets +1/+0. For 1 black mana, he gets first strike.
Okay.
And he has naturally protection from white.
Yeah. So if you have a bolt, I think I'm dead. If I don't block. And I think if you have a bolt, my Urnum's dead if I block. If you give it first strike. Let's block.
Okay.
Kind of want to see what you have.
First strike.
Yep.
Lightning bolt on your Ernie.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Your chat can roast me for not doing my math right there, but we'll do Circle of Protection red and pass it back.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Attack.
Yep, no block.
Pump it twice. So
Okay,
4.
I will go to 4.
And you can go.
Okay, give me something, deck. That's a Taiga. Yep, you got it.
Yep. Good game, sir. Thank you.
Good games. That was fun. Those hymns really got me.
Yeah. That balance was pretty good, too. I was sandbagging that. And it's like, okay, you could just keep on playing cards out of your hand. That's fine.
So I actually was thinking about going regrowth and then getting back that Stone Rain to try to get you again.
Yeah.
But I was trying to go like pedal to the metal and get Urnum out as quickly as possible.
Sure.
Don't know if that was right, but let's see. See, here is my sideboard. Just a bunch of circles.
Yeah. So why not Greater Realm of Preservation instead of
the circles?
Instead of 5 circles? Like if you go with 1 Greater Realm and 1 of each circle, then it frees up 2 sideboard slots.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
This deck was kind of cobbled together from a Bant Urnum list, and I wanted to try the red for Curd Apes and Stone Rains.
Sure.
Bolts, obviously.
Yeah. You open yourself up to obviously City in a Bottle, but
yeah, City hurts me.
yeah.
I have been liking the Stone Rains though. Stone Rain and Wheel really help this deck.
Yeah, I was going back and forth whether or not I was going to put Sinkhole in the deck or in the sideboard, but I decided not to. Really, the only land that I'm concerned about is Mazavith. But
yeah.
if I can, if I can get multiple threats on the table, Mazavith doesn't really end up being that much of an issue. So.
Yeah, I had one of them kicking around in the sideboard, but.
Yeah, I've got one in my main. And just in this format especially, because this format is more creature based. It makes the card it makes the card much better. Hence the reason it's restricted.
Yeah.
But, well, thank you for the games. I appreciate it.
Yeah, those were fun.
Yeah.
So you're streaming on Twitch then?
Yes, I am.
Cool. I'll have to check you out.
All right. At the end of the event, I will post my link again. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Thanks, man.
Have a good
Take it
one.
easy. Bye. Well, chat, we are 2-0. We've had some pretty good games, actually. Well, good games for me, because I keep winning. So, that's definitely a thing. So, 2-0, 4-0. We'll have to see what happens. I don't know if I can keep this up for the last round, but that'd be nice. Like I said, I have my reservations about any deck that doesn't have any kind of life gain, where all the games are going to be pretty close and life total is going to be extremely relevant. But I think I've got enough cards in the deck to help edge out over some other decks when it comes to the closer games. So here's the deck, everybody. It's just it's called Spice Rack, named because of the rack and Stormworld. The rack, the opponent takes damage for at the beginning of their upkeep. They take damage for each card fewer than 3. And then Stormworld, at the beginning of each player's upkeep, they take 1 point of damage for each card fewer than 4. So it does also affect me. But being a world enchantment means that I can use it. The world rule will make it so that my Stormworld will get rid of cards like the Abyss or Nether Void. It makes it a 5th copy of the rack, basically. I've got my normal suite of discard cards. You see these a lot when it comes to any kind of discard deck in old school Magic. 4 Hymn to Toraks, 4 Hypnotic Specters, and 1 Disrupting Scepter. Hymn to Torok, a 2-mana sorcery to make target player discard 2 cards at random. Hypnotic Specter is a 3-mana 2/2 flying creature that whenever it hits, it makes the opponent discard a card at random. Disrupting Scepter is a 3-mana artifact, and for 3 mana and I tap it, make them discard a card of their choice. I can only activate it on my turn, but even still, any point in time during my turn doesn't need to be sorcery. I can do it on my upkeep or whatever. So I boarded in 2 Glooms that game, and the 2 Terrors and the Earthquake. Now I could have boarded in the City in a Bottle. If it went to a 3rd game, the City in a Bottle definitely would have come in. I assumed he had Urnum, but I wasn't 100% positive. I thought he might be going on a more aggressive build. There are some really, really aggressive green, white, red decks out there that don't top out at 4. So I wasn't 100% positive he had Urnum. So I wanted to err on the side of caution. So that's why I didn't bring in the City in a Bottle. Glooms would have been nice against his Swords of Plowshares and Disenchants, and the Terrors are a nice catch-all for any kind of non-black creature, non-artifact creature. And then he had a bunch of weenies, so Earthquake could have been pretty huge for me. But I didn't draw them. It didn't matter. I was able to win a War of Attrition on the back of Hymn to Torok, basically. Like game 1, where he double disenchanted, I didn't care about those 2 Moxen going away. And then that Hymn to Torok to get rid of 2 of his cards. So he played a land and then played a Curd Ape and then was hellbent. He had no cards at that point in time, so he's in top deck mode. So even though I took some damage early, had a little bit of a stumble early, it didn't end up mattering. In that second game that that one Urnum Jin, him getting rid of getting rid of my lands, and then being able to deal with the fact that I balanced. He recovered really quickly, obviously, but that's okay. We were able to pull it off, and he talked his way into the right decision. If he didn't block, then he would have been pretty darn close to dead. He wouldn't have been dead, but he would have taken a heck of a lot of damage, and then he would have died on the following turn. The COP Reds were kind of a hassle, but not that big of a deal. All right, we're going to take a break. I'm going to report my match. I hope everybody has a good night and sticks around for the final round. Take it easy, and I'll be back. Okay, so Enchant Worlds. It's like the old Legendary rule. Honestly, it's a little bit different. Only one Enchant World can be on the battlefield at a time. So that means that the last win is it supersedes all the rest. So if I have something like the Abyss on the battlefield, and then I play my Stormworld, the Abyss has to get sacrificed. It goes right to the graveyard. It's a state-based action, just like you can't like one player can't control two planeswalkers of the same name. One player can't control two legendary permanents of the same name. So was Gloom a consideration? Don't you tell. Was Gloom consideration for what? Gloom is in my sideboard, and I did sideboard it in that match. So, Gloom was definitely a consideration. I just didn't end up playing it because I never drew it. But it did not end up mattering. Yeah, because I boarded in 2 Glooms and 2 Terrors and the Earthquake. So, yeah, sideboarding against that opponent. I just did. Yeah, I boarded in 2 Glooms, 2 Terrors, and 1 Earthquake. So, yeah, the Glooms did come in. Because the Gloom stops his removal, and it would have stopped the COP. It doesn't stop it per se, but it does, it makes it just all that much more difficult to use. Swords to Plowshares is still a good card when it costs 4 mana. It's just not as good. Disenchant is not nearly as good when it costs 5. Circles of Protection are not as good when you have to pay 4 to activate them. So definitely Gloom came in. Like I said, I didn't board in the City in a Bottle that match. But it had gone to a game 3, and since I had seen more of his deck, that it definitely would have come in. So this round still isn't over with yet. I'm going to take another break, go use the bathroom, and get another drink. Take it easy. Stick around. We will be back, and we will have one more round of Old School Magic coming up. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. We are waiting on one more match. I'm currently 2-0 out of 3 rounds, so started out fairly well. I've won all 4 games that I've played so far. Here is today's deck. I'm playing Spice Rack. All right. We've got the Rack and Storm World. The Rack is a 1-mana artifact. When at the beginning of the opponent's upkeep, they take 1 damage for each card fewer than 3 in their hand. Storm World is a world enchantment. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player takes 1 point of damage for each card fewer than 4 in their hand. So the Storm World acts as a 5th copy of the Rack, basically. Yes, it does affect me, but I can work around it. It's a lot easier when I know it's coming. And then being a world enchantment, the world rule, the last world enchantment to come in supersedes all other world enchantments. So things like the Abyss, for 1 mana, I can get rid of it. In a color that can't get rid of enchantments. So, my discard suite is 4 Hypnotorok, 4 Hypnotic Spectre, and 1 Disrupting Scepter. Hypnotorok, 2 mana sorcery. Target player discards 2 cards at random. Hypnotic Spectre, pretty iconic creature. 3 mana for a 2/2 flyer. When it deals damage to a player, they discard a card at random. Disrupting Scepter is a 3 mana artifact. I can activate it for 3 mana on my turn to make my opponent discard a card of his choice. So this is the deck that I'm running. Like I said before, it's just a couple of nail biters. There's no way to gain life, and I take some damage. But those 2 matches, I've been using my life total as a resource, which has helped me out considerably. So I was able to manage my life total appropriately so that I didn't die. So and that's why I am 2-0 and 4-0. Now, anybody who plays Magic knows that's not always the case. That isn't the case with a lot of games, and sometimes the best players can edge out that little bit of margin of victory, and sometimes they can't. All this weekend I was having trouble with life. I was a little bit short of killing my opponents with the deck that I was running. It's nice to be on the plus side of that stuff this week. Today in the Tuesday Night Gauntlet. I'm glad that things are going well. I'm hoping that I don't flounder in this round like I did last week. And it depends on who I play. I could play against Joe or I could play against John. Joe Freshwater I played last week. He likes to play with big red creatures, and he definitely likes to play with Gauntlet of Might and what is it? Diamond Valley. Diamond Valley is a land that you can tap and sacrifice a creature to gain life equal to its toughness. So I have not yet seen a deck that Joe has built that doesn't have Diamond Valley in it. He likes to play with big red creatures, so I would assume that he has something similar to last week, but maybe a little bit faster since he's 2-0. John's a wild card. John, like me, likes to switch things up. So I don't know if he's still playing with the mill control deck or if he's playing with something else. We'll have to wait and see. Let's take a look to see if we have that last round finished yet. Yeah, okay. So all the matches have been reported. So we're just waiting for our pairings for round 3. So should just be a moment or so. So I'm going to turn on some music real quick. hope everybody enjoys the music. It is some it's music I got on the internet. It is royalty free. The only thing I have to do is make sure that I give credit to it, which I do quite frequently in the stream. You see that's right there on your screen right there, patrickdartiega.com. It's got a bunch of music there. I definitely appreciate that I was able to snag that for no cost. Stick around just so everybody knows. I will be putting up these games on YouTube here pretty soon. Just working out the kinks. I'm not sure if I'm just going to do the raw footage for now. And then maybe at some point in time I'll edit them down so that all these breaks in between and such are edited out of them. But we'll see what happens. It gives people another avenue in order to watch these videos if they can't watch live. And obviously they don't stay on Twitch for very long. They stay on Twitch for like a week. So if I upload them to YouTube, I can hold them for posterity. Apparently at some point in time way back I had my Xbox connected to my YouTube account. I had a YouTube account, and there's one video that was there. It was like 7 seconds long. It's not there anymore, but it was me playing Black Ops. Now, if anybody who knows me knows that I'm not into first-person shooters, so playing Black Ops was a bit of a chore for me. I played quite frequently for 6 months straight, and just it just wasn't for me. Again, first-person shooters. I tried with the the multiplayer aspect and getting playing online with friends and things like that. It just wasn't so hot for me. So not a big deal. But so anyway, this 7-second video or whatever was me. I threw a grenade. I took out the entire team, the entire opposing team, all in one shot. Which, that was probably the highlights. One of the highlights of my Black Ops career, my first-person shooter career. One other thing that I never took a video of. I got a kill streak of 12 at one point in time, and then I ran out of ammo and couldn't find another weapon, so I ended up killing myself intentionally. But yeah, that's about it. I'm not into the first-person shooters. So I heard the chime saying that my pairing is ready. So let's see. Who do we have for the third round? I am playing against John. So sending a message to John. And then, definitely going back into the way back time. Oh, Jason, thank you for that compliment on my pile of cards. Yeah, it's been a year and some change, and I'm definitely happy with the collection thus far. So, there we go, and here we are, round 3. How's it going, John?
Not too bad. It was different seeing you in the final round rather than the first round.
Yeah, definitely. I gotta turn this up a little bit. I can't hear you. But it's been pretty quick today too. So, but a lot fewer people.
Yeah.
So, was there like 12 or 13 of us today? Something like that?
I think 12 of us.
Yeah. Okay. So, no, that's fine. I'm okay with it.
Unlike the last couple of weeks, Rich, I'm playing Spiky today.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to tear down another deck and build a brand new one.
Yeah.
Tear that deck down.
I hear you. Yep, do what you gotta do, man. That's fine.
I was watching you on the Havenwood battle on Saturday.
Oh yeah, I didn't do so hot.
What's that?
I didn't do so hot.
Well, you did that first round, because that's the round that I watched. So.
Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, a buddy of mine was watching, and then he came back, and I had lost 4 in a row after that, and then I won the last 2, so I ended up going 3 and 4. But my buddy came back, and he saw me obliterate my opponent round 6, and win pretty well round 7. So so the one game, game 2 of round 6. I kept a 1-lander with a Dark Ritual, a Lotus, and 2 copies of Underworld Dreams. So I deployed 2 Underworld Dreams on turn 1, and that was all she wrote basically. He had mana issues the whole time. So all right, you want to choose even rod?
I don't take odd.
Okay, it is a 3. It is an odd. It's on you.
I will take the play. Huh. Well. It seems like the hand that I should keep. And then I'm just going to get my ass kicked.
Oh, okay.
But it's going to be so powerful at the start that I don't know if I can let it go. So I guess I will. I gotta keep it.
Okay, I'll keep mine as well.
I'm gonna go Plateau. I'm gonna go Mox. I'm gonna go Mox. I'm gonna go Lotus.
Okay,
Crack the Lotus to blue. I'm gonna put up this little guy.
sure.
I'm gonna clean lightning out.
Okay. How many cards you got left? 1?
I got 1. That's
Okay.
it. That's
All right.
very well.
Seems fine. All right. All set after that?
Yep.
Okay. Draw. So, land, Mox, and then these 2 copies of the rack should be pretty good, especially since you're taking damage from your own card. So, yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
Take 5 on your upkeep.
Yep. 5. Back for 3.
Okay. 14.
Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Go ahead. So you take 3.
Back for 3.
All right, 11.
Red.
Draw. There we go. Hypnotic Spectre.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Take 1.
Okay, put you down to 11.
Check.
I'll take it. I'm at 8.
Send the Spectre farming.
Okay, I'm at 10.
Go ahead.
You have 3 cards?
Yep.
Draw. Set Stroll.
That's good.
Go ahead. Take 1.
10.
Yep.
Back for 3.
Okay, I'm at 7.
Can I lightning you?
Okay, I'm at 4.
Go ahead.
Cards in hand? 3.
3. 3.
Okay. Draw. Attack for 3.
Go to 7.
This might seem kind of counterproductive. I'm going to bolt my Sedgetroll. And then I'm going to cast Balance.
Cards in hand.
3.
Okay.
So I sacrifice 1 land. Go ahead.
Good.
Go ahead.
Letting you.
Okay, I'm at 1.
Good.
End step, bolt you.
Yep, I go to 4.
Three cards. Go ahead. Bird spell.
Part of the cards. Part of the cards. That's just insulting. Go ahead.
Go. Okay.
They might be.
My whole hand costs 3, so.
Like right after I do that Lotus play, I end up drawing 2 more of those dumb things.
Yeah.
So the rack, huh?
Yeah, so that was, I had to make that play because I needed to get rid of that Serendib. But,
Yeah.
it cost me a land to do it. But
No, I totally get the play.
yeah, if I could have drawn a land to put some more pressure, it would have been good. But it did not happen.
You streaming again tonight?
Yeah. Yeah. Chat says, if my hymns and my racks would show up together. Yeah, that'd be great. That would have been great because that would have won. But that's okay. The rack did some damage there.
It did quite a bit again, yeah.
But not enough.
I mean, they each do the equivalent of a light.
Yeah.
4 on turn 1, 2 on turn 2.
Alrighty, I'll play first.
Sounds good.
I will mulligan the crap out of that one. I'm going to do a quick pile shuffle. Well, I'm not a judge anymore, so you take that back, sir. You're keeping that one, John?
I will keep this one.
Okay. Let's see what we got. I will keep this one as well. Okay, so I will go Underground Sea and Sapphire. Go ahead.
Okay. Tundra. Lotus. That's connected.
Scrubland. Order of the Ebon Hand. Go ahead.
Tundra.
Mm-hmm.
Crack this for blue.
Sure.
Retreat.
Sure.
And I'm going to disenchant your marks.
Okay. All set?
Yep. Good.
All right. Draw. Cards in hand?
4.
4. Okay. I'm going to him you.
Okay.
Take the 2 in the middle.
These guys. Swords. Plateau.
Okay. Go ahead.
Take
Tick
1.
point. 19.
That'll be mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Start racing.
Okay. I'll take it.
Go ahead.
17. Draw. Swing 2.
Okay.
Go ahead.
1. Deck.
Terror.
Okay. Cards in your hand.
3.
Deal 1 to the knight.
Okay.
Good.
2 cards, right?
Nope.
All right. Go ahead.
Good.
Hi, thanks for coming. Welcome to the stream. It's round 3 of 3. Draw. City Brass.
Yep.
I will take a point for a Granite Gargoyle.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Order.
Sure.
city. Go.
Okay. Cards.
2.
2. All right. Draw. Fly 2.
Stick. 14.
Chaos Orb.
Yep.
Activate.
Take 1, disenchant.
Okay. So you're at 15. Go ahead.
I'm at 13. You missed your one.
Oh, yep. Thank you. All right.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Back.
Okay. Just 2.
Yep.
All right. 14.
Please.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I'll go down to 13 to red blast it. Untap. Draw. 2. I'll take a point. Down to 12. Bolt the order.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Swing 2.
9.
Go ahead.
Go.
Swing 2.
7.
Go ahead.
Go.
Swing 2.
5.
Go ahead.
You left total?
Hmm?
What's your left total at?
I'm at 12.
Attempt to chain lightning the gargoyle.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go to 11. Head stroll.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Swing 3.
Go to 2.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Bolt you.
Response, I'll side blast you.
All right.
Alright.
Whew.
Alright, I will play.
All righty. I make some sideboard changes. Maybe you won't have a Lotus in your opening hand again.
Well, it's kind of frightening though against that deck because I mean, if I send the Lotus to get that 3 out,
Mm-hmm.
and you just follow up with a sword or something, or a blast, I'm kind of 2 for 1 there.
Yeah.
This one,
I'll keep.
okay. I take a point. No sword.
Okay.
Good.
Underground Sea. Go ahead.
Another one.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Underground Sea. Go ahead.
The point for Serena.
Yep.
Good.
Terror.
Okay.
Draw. Underground Sea. Go ahead.
Good.
End step. Ancestral myself.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Untap. Draw. Swamp. Lotus.
Yep.
Crack for red. Sedstral.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. 23. You took a point for that, right? Yep.
Yep. I'm at 17.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Mazavith. Go ahead.
This is getting kind of annoying now. Go ahead.
You know what's really gonna suck for you?
What's that?
Is if this card resolves. Sitting in the bottom.
Respond to that. Take 1 and touch myself.
Sure.
1, 2, 3. And then I'll take another 1 to bowl you.
Sure. Down to 20.
Okay.
And you can go.
Cards in your hand?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mox.
Oh, okay.
It's something, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
You're not casting a Serendib.
let's spin the world.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I had all red cards in my hand, so I'm definitely okay with that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Play out Mox.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
And let's play the Chaos Sword.
Sure.
Good.
Untap. Him you?
Yep.
We'll take one from each end.
And from each end,
Yep.
Blue Blast City.
Seems good. Jet. The rack.
Sure.
And volcanic island. Go ahead.
In return, we're going to activate Chaos.
Go right ahead.
We'll go for your city.
Sure.
Got that.
Nice.
On my turn, take one. Cards in hand.
1, 2, 3, 4. You have 3, correct?
Correct. I'll put wheat.
Sure. So you have 2 cards in hand. Okay. All set?
Yep, go.
Alright, end step, I will bolt you.
Okay.
Put you at 11. And draw. Play a Badlands. Go ahead.
Okay. 1, 10.
Yep.
Take one off the rack for the 9.
Yep. Maze.
Yep. Go ahead.
End step. Bolt you.
Here, go.
Bolt you.
Okay, go.
You have how many cards now? 3?
I got 3.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Demonic Tutor.
Mm-hmm.
Side blast you.
Yeah, you got it.
Whew.
More land. More land. More land.
Those psychic purges were scary.
Yeah.
Ooh. Red blast. Blue blast. Red blast. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for the amount of burn cards in this deck against you, do nothing. That last game.
Yeah. "14 messages were deleted by monitor. Nightbot timed out for 5 seconds. Stop spamming symbols. Automated by Nightbot. I'm not scared. Stop spamming symbols. Warning. Whoops. Too many dots at the end of he did it." Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you again for the games.
Yeah.
We go back and forth. It's not like one of us beats the other one more often than the other. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it's been pretty even matched up so far.
Mm-hmm. So have a good night, sir.
You too?
Yep, and take her easy.
Bye.
Well, chat, we did it. We are the winnest. me report. Officially report. Boom, 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 boom. Whew. So, I guess we won. Yeah, that was there was the deck. You know, we went 3-0. We only lost one game, and that was in the final round. So definitely not upset with this. So had some issues with low life totals, but it all worked out, which is good. Definitely happy with how the deck performed. I don't know. I don't know if there's any changes I would make because the deck did so well. So I'm not exactly sure if there are any changes I should make. But yeah. So this is definitely decent. Decent enough to get us our 3 wins today. You know, there's nothing on the line. It's just pride. But you know, that's how a bunch of Magic tournaments are when it comes to old school Magic. Is that we get to play some decks and play and have some fun, and you know. So thank you all for joining the stream tonight. Does anybody have any questions? I mean, the recap is basically I don't see any changes that I would make right now. So there really isn't much of a recap to make because the deck performed pretty well. With the exception of that one game where I had all 3 drops in my hand and never ended up drawing that additional land. So I don't think, you know, that's not really saying much. I mean, that happens from time to time in Magic. Is that you know, variance is a thing, and the deck ran fairly well. City in a Bottle did its job that game, which was nice because of the fact that got rid of 2 Cities of Brass, and he had to waste his Chaos Orb on it. Plus, he had to wait some time because I'm sure he had some other things that he wanted to cast or play once I had the City in a Bottle on the table. But so the City in a Bottle ended up being pretty good. It got rid of his Chaos Orb, got rid of 2 Cities of Brass, and basically forced him to Time Twister when I wasn't playing anything, and it twisted me into a pretty good hand, pretty decent hand at that point. So I'm definitely not upset at all. All right, so I want to say thank you to everybody who joined the stream today. Yep, we went. Move this up here. We went 3-0 on the day. So thank you very much. Appreciate you watching. Go ahead and spread the word. Let everybody know. Tuesday night, this is a regular thing. 8 o'clock Eastern time. Just 3 rounds of Magic. Sometimes it gets done this quickly, and other times it does not. So, you know, it's definitely fun. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you guys over to my friend Dakota. My friend Dakota is playing some World of Warcraft. So, take care.
Rich Bork is raiding with a party of 4? What's up, Rich? I didn't even know